Hi, Gemini. Raye Turonek here, master weaver of mystery suspense thrillers, as well as broadcaster of astrology. Thank you for being with me today. Happy Martin Luther King Day. I have the day off, so I'm here doing my entrepreneurial work. Thank you so much for lending me your ears and your time. I know it is valuable. First, let me say that the newsletter is still coming out on the 1st. The horoscope portion will be there. However, the planetary transit overview that I do here will not be there. So here you'll get the planetary transits and your horoscope. In the newsletter, you'll just get your horoscope. You can always go back and read that there. So for the month of February, first I'd like to ask you guys to please like the channel, or please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me grow, helps us all grow, being that I am sharing beneficial information. Now, when you look at these horoscopes, I would advise for you to look at your moon sign, your rising sign, which is also your ascending, your sun sign, and for me, I always also look at whichever house rules my career. I look at, the 10th house rules your career, but I look at which sign rules that. And for you, Gemini, Pisces rules your career house. So you want to listen to the Pisces career and mold that in with the information from yours as well. Your moon, your rising, your sun. And it creates a complete picture for you of how your month will go. So if you'd like to learn more about Raye Turonek, you can always go down to the information below the video, and I have some links down there for you, or you can go to the About section on my channel, and all of my links are there. So let's get into the major transits. If you don't have your natal chart, I suggest you go to cafenatalastrology.com. You'll need your time of birth, your place of birth, and your date of birth. You put that information in, and it will give you a complete overlook of your chart, where these planets are and how they'll affect you. It's free. So go ahead and get it. That's beneficial for you. I wouldn't steer you wrong. Okay, so let's delve into the major transits and go over our month together. It's Aquarius season. Aquarius season ranges from January 20th through February 18th. The fixed air sign of Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. It's a planet of unpredictability, freedom, revolutionary visions, progress, science, originality, among other things. Aquarians are inquisitive and have a knack for intellectual conversation, but they can also be unpredictable, hence being ruled by Uranus. So expect some shocks, some surprises this go around. Let's all channel our inner Aquarius season, or let's channel our inner Aquarius this season, exerting our independence, being original, brilliant, and bold. Increasing our humanitarian efforts would be ideal at this time, being that all of these terrible things are going on in the world. We definitely need more compassion and empathy. So do that. This season also reminds us to be more social and to show our friends how eclectic we can be. And while you're out there networking, make sure you network with people that will open you up to new places, people, things, ideas, because Aquarius is all about the experience. Okay? So feed it. That being said, let's go ahead and start with our transits. We're going to go over Uranus first. Uranus ended its retrograde in Taurus on January the 11th, ushering in progress for those areas of your chart that have been affected since August 12th of 2019. Uranus in Taurus reigns over your values, your money, your resources, which are free to progress now that the retrograde has ended. It's currently toggling between 2 and 6 degrees of Taurus. In May, it'll go past the 6-degree mark. But while it's there between 2 and 6 degrees, any planets you have in Taurus will experience those changes. That's why you want to have your natal chart. It'll tell you what planets you have in what houses and what degree they're at. In addition to that, if you have any planets in Cancer, Capricorn, or Libra, or houses ruled by Cancer, Capricorn, or Libra, it's in opposition to that position of Uranus. So you'll experience shifts as well. The sun is in Aquarius. And that is until February 19th, and then it moves into Pisces, putting the areas of your chart, putting those areas of your chart in focus. Okay, so we go from Aquarius to Pisces. We go from open, free thinking to more emotional, deep thinking. Mercury, the planet of skills and communication, leaves the sign of Capricorn to move into Aquarius on Friday, January 31st, which is coming up. I'm shooting this video on Martin Luther King Day. If I didn't say Happy Martin Luther King Day, Happy Martin Luther King Day. If I said it already, oh well, he got a double shout out. There you go. Aries prompts us to be objective and free thinking. Then on February the 3rd, it goes into deep, dreamy, emotional Pisces. Now we're talking about Mercury. The retrograde in Aquarius and in Pisces at 12 degrees from February 17th to March 10th. It can stir up communication brought about by insecurities. So you want to be honest with yourself and try not to project that onto others. With that being said, don't let others project their insecurities onto you either. Try to avoid signing contracts during the retrograde because you get a better picture after the retrograde. You get more information after the retrograde. The retrograde is about going back over things, revisiting things, redoing things, rehashing things. That's a time for old friends to come back, for the exes to pop up. It's about the redo of things that have already happened. That's what the retrograde is about. Not about pushing things forward or trying to launch things during the retrograde. You won't have that traction because the planet of communication and skills is turned backwards. It's not actually moving backwards, but it's turned backwards. So it's going back over those things. So you don't want to go ahead when it's looking back this way because you'll need skills and communication to be going forward. Okay? I hope that I explained that fully. If you have to sign a contract, then read the fine print. Make sure you have those clauses in there to protect you. Now, Venus, planet of love and pleasure, enters the cardinal fire sign of Aries at 0 degrees on February 7th. It stays in Aries until March the 4th. So love can really ignite in this fiery, competitive sign, ushering in a renewed sense of passion. During the new moon on February 23rd, it squares Jupiter in Capricorn. So, you got to be on the lookout for temporary changes in your relationships. And with that being said, I mean relationships across the board. Romantic, peers, coworkers, friends, children, contracts, unions, relationships across the board. Okay? So keep a cool head, think things through, be honest with yourself and others. Venus also deals with finances. Be honest with yourself about your finances. If you need to go back and you need to redo some things, do that. Now's the time to get those things straightened out and fixed up. With Venus being in a square, you want to look out for sudden things happening as well in your finances. So it's a perfect season. It's tax season. Get those things worked out. Mars, planet of challenges and energy, leaves Sagittarius, entering the earth sign of Capricorn at 0 degrees on February 16th. And it stays there until the end of March. So before that, we're in Sagittarius. Mars is in fiery Sagittarius. So wherever you have fire in your chart, you'll have that push from Mars. After that, then it goes into Capricorn and it'll stay there until the end of March. So you'll be striving to accomplish lofty goals during that time because you're feeling up for the challenge. In fact, all year with Pluto and Saturn and Capricorn there, all coupled there, it's like go time. It is, everybody is about moving forward in their career. Having a strategy, though, and practicing patience will bode well for you now. Your money is the motivation. You're hungry. Your ambition is hungry. It's time to realize the legacy you plan to leave. Now, while you're doing this, I want you to ward against being ruthless and maintain your self-control. Capricorn can be ruthless, and we need less of that right now, okay? So maintain self-control as opposed to seeking revenge. Just glow up. Be better, not bitter. It's always better to do it the positive way because that brings in more positive experiences for you. You resonate with the change you want to bring about. Jupiter, planet of luck and expansion, entered Capricorn on December the 2nd, 2019, remaining there until December the 18th of 2020 this year. This is a time where you can acquire wealth, social status, material status. But you have to ask yourself, did you put in the work? If you didn't put in the work, you can't expect to get those rewards. Reaping what you sow can be beneficial if you put in the work, okay? So don't go expecting money to fall out the sky unless you just have those positions in your chart with Jupiter and in your second house, and it's just raining down money on you all the time. In other words, you'll be acquiring these things, but you have to put in the work. Now, on February the 20th, Jupiter is sextile Neptune, okay? By the way, sextile is when two planets are 60 degrees apart, forming a favorable or harmonious aspect. In other words, it's a good thing, okay? So it's sextile Neptune aspecting Pisces and Capricorn. So expect some goodness there dealing with those areas. Inspiration can be thriving at this time because Neptune rules dreams, illusions, delusions, inspiration, among other things. Okay? So, planet Saturn, the planet of responsibilities, restriction, even reality, among other things, has been affecting certain areas of your chart for the last couple of years. Now Jupiter's there with them to bring in some goodness, to bring in some ease in those areas. Okay. I went over how it affects every sign in my December newsletter, as well as in the very first video I uploaded on YouTube. It was the very first 33-minute video. When I go through the transits and get to Jupiter, I discuss how it affects every chart. I'm not going to go back through again and do that. You can always go and get the newsletter or look at the video, that first video. If you're not subscribed to my newsletter, leave me your email address in my messenger on Facebook, and I'll add you. I'll add you on, or leave your email in the comment section here, and I'll add you to the list. We have two moons, one full moon, one new moon this month. The full snow moon on February 9th is in the fixed fire sign of Leo. Native Americans refer to that moon as the hunger moon or the snow moon. But here's looking at you, Leo. Although this is a Gemini video, wherever you have Leo in your chart, that will be a focus for you. The new moon on February 23rd is in the mutable water sign of Pisces. It's a more emotional moon. So it could reveal new things that can be emotional for you. It gets deep. So let's get into your astrology, Gemini. Gemini ranges from May 21st May 21st up until June the 20th. I apologize. This is a time the sun is highlighting your ninth house of philosophy, travel, education, with the sun being in Aquarius. Could you use further study to enhance your skills? Because I know you've been working hard and branching out. Finances is getting a lot better for Gemini this year. So you're networking, you're meeting new people. You have to grow with that. So if you need to take classes to enhance your skills or study, this is a perfect time, especially with the retrograde coming. You go back, learn more, build that foundation up. New insights or news comes in as Mercury crosses your midheaven. Your midheaven is an angle in your chart that indicates your career, your public reputation, your status in the world, your aspirations. That's what your midheaven is. Okay, so with it crossing your midheaven, you can expect your career and who you are to become to be a focus. So be sure to listen up because information will be coming in. Just don't make any sudden decisions. I ward against that, especially with the retrograde coming. Remember, patience is key. If the deal is good, it'll still be good after the retrograde ends, okay? On the 10th of March. You're worth the wait. Please know that you're worth the wait, Gemini. Mercury, the planet of skills and communication, which is also your ruling planet. That's another reason, even more so, for you not to make any big changes during the retrograde, because you're ruled by Mercury. You know, so you're looking back this way. So don't you as a person run up here when you're still looking back this way. Take care of what you got to take care of. If during this time, especially around the new moon in Pisces, if you misspoke, don't be afraid to admit it. If you wronged somebody, admit it. You know, it's the month to improve your relationships, to improve your education, to improve your way of going about living as a whole. So channel that friendly Aquarius energy and start and keep up your networking. Pisces rules your career sector. And there's a new moon in Pisces on the 23rd. So new insights are illuminated. Yes, new sights are illuminated. Travel much, see much, acquire much knowledge. Okay, that's the key this month, Gemini. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It'll help me grow and it'll get you these juicy tidbits of information to help you navigate your life every month. I can't say I want to see you progress in life, you know? So let's do it. Okay. Bye, Gemini.